Hey everyone, I wanted to show you my process in making this beautiful painting that I did with this young model and a horse. So first of all, I did a sketch, and then I went with a very thin brown acrylic over that sketch so that the pencil doesn't run into the paint. You can also use a fixative, but I just find it easier just to go over it with my thin acrylic. So I'm going to do a mixed media. So what I did over here is I used a barrier substance that you use on watercolors. So it's like a rubbery substance. So I was just scribbling it over the white canvas and also just spraying it, splattering it, which I then later will scratch off. And so I covered some of the area that I wanted to work with, some water, and then I just splat some purple paint on there, some ink. Actually, it's not paint. And then I did the same with different colors. So I first apply a bit of water to let it run, and I allowed that rubbery substance to dry, and then I added my inks, and I was just playing a little bit with the inks. Most of this we will work over it again, but it really just adds interest to the whole painting. And don't be afraid to really use some dark colors. It gives a nice dramatic effect, and you'll see just now I will put some cling wrap over it, and that gets drawn into the little creases. It creates a very beautiful effect. Yeah, I just let the ink run into the water that I've applied. This is acrylic inks that I've got from Liquitex, and this is like a mortar or a thick paste that I applied through a stencil with my palette knife. And you just apply it like butter, lift it up, and then you can see the little dots. So these are just little dots that I wanted on there. You must allow that to dry completely because it is water soluble. Also, just make sure you wash your stencil straight afterwards, otherwise it will ruin the stencil because it dries very, very hard. Okay, after it's dried, I applied some more water and then drip the ink, the acrylic ink. Just let it run into those little dots that I created there. I helped it along a bit. Just let it run in, and the idea is then to see where it stands out, just to emphasize that, so that the ink runs in between the grooves. Okay, now while it was still wet, I applied some cling wrap, and it creates a beautiful effect. Then went in with some acrylic spray. This acrylic spray paint is very thin, very watery, so it's very drippy. Just let it drip all over. And it's quite bright, so it creates really a nice vibrant effect. Then I went in with iridescent paint. Iridescent acrylic paint, and it's not so visible, but you can see as the sun catches it, you see it reflects all these beautiful rainbow colors. And there I go, just kind of creating the background with this iridescent paint, and just the effect of foliage, some grass. And I was having so much fun. I had to like say, don't use all the iridescent paint on the painting, because you don't want to like overwhelm it as well. But I also used a nice peachy color on the side there, and then I started putting in my darkest darks. And this I also did just with acrylic paint, and after it dries I went over it with some oil paints. I just love the effect that oil paints give. Acrylic just doesn't give you that depth, and with the warms coming forward and the cooler colors just going backwards. So I just completed this with my baseline with acrylic. And this is really just blocking in, so I was just seeing which colors go where and just doing a big block in of this brown. This horse has got the most beautiful reddish brown colors, and so I mixed some red together with yellow to get the orangey, and then I added a little bit of brown to that. I also used some purple just in the darker spots to give it some depth. Here I created the base color for the face. And I mixed that by creating a orange and with a little bit of red and yellow, and I make a peachy color with some white with that. So that's just going to be a base for the face, so it doesn't have to be very accurate or close to the color that you want it. It's really just filling in your bigger shapes. I absolutely love the youthfulness of this model. She's actually only 11 years old. My daughter gave me permission, or asked her permission, that I can do the painting. So my daughter is a photographer, and she was doing this photo shoot at a sanctuary for animals that has been rescued. And the amazing thing is, she said he just walked right up to her and just bonded with her. So what I want to show here is how to mix different shades of black. So I use some black, and for the lighter colors I mix in a opaque color. So that is like a turquoisey color, and that is what I used around the nostrils and the highlights in the mane. And there you can see the finished painting, and I'm really very happy with how it came out. I will probably work some more, but I just wanted to put this out for you guys. God bless you, and thank you for joining me. Bye.